Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from remote, but we are being orchestrated, as always, very professionally by Jeff Mosier back in our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. And now we are on our way over to, it says Benton Harbor here. Why do I always think Grand Rapids? I mean, we're going to spend some time with Todd Gustafson, President and Chief Executive Officer of Kinexus. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm good. Good to see you guys, Chris and Jeff. We're all over the state, as you know. Our headquarters is in Benton Harbor, and that's our neighborhood in our backyard. But we have programming services and sites all over the state. So,
But this very much looks like your conference room in Grand Rapids. Am I right? Right about
one of
that?
our many conference rooms all over.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Um, so
So,
yeah, actually, I just came back from Lansing. I was at the State of the State last night, address, and trying to get some insight into where the state is heading and how we can plug in. So, as usual, kind of excited about some opportunities.
I thought, as usual, it was well delivered. She did a good job, and I did not see you there. This is the second one I've missed in about 25 years, and it was kind of interesting. At the same time, Michigan State was playing a home game,
Yeah, that's
a away
right.
game. Hmm.
Hey, let me ask you, where's Tom Izzo from? What city? Oh, Iron Mountain. Like
Iron Mountain.
I'm a mountaineer.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
I
God.
grew up I grew up with the Mariucci's, so I knew Tom a little bit because getting out, him and Steve obviously are the best friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I grew up with the Mariucci's. Steve Mariucci's younger brother and I are like best friends. And so yeah, so Mountaineers.
that's interesting. Well, congratulations on that. Did it get you free parking at Breslin or anything? Nothing like that. No. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Hey, clear up for everybody, Connexus, because you guys do so many, you have fingers in so many different areas.
Yeah. So Kinexus Group, again, it depends what sector you're coming from, but I often describe it as like Kinexus Group is like the corporate office or the holding company or of several sub entities. So we have several subsidiaries, like nonprofits, four of them. We also are the education service provider for a charter school, high school kids.
Ah,
And then we also acquired a for-profit entity, HR Collaborative, which does human resources. So all that was within two sectors, economic development and workforce development. And so our primary services are to businesses, really all sizes and sectors, but our sweet spot are generally the small to mid-sized businesses. Stage two, some folks have heard as defined as stage two. And then we help people of, all backgrounds from pre-GED to GED, PhDs. And it's around training and education and skill development and you name it. So I mean, those are all the things. Those are the things we do. So
it's
I don't
amazing.
know if that clears it up, but that's what it is.
Absolutely not. But no, it absolutely does give structure to the whole thing. When you look at it, I always think, how did this get started? Who had this idea and have it be so diverse?
I would say that I've got a great board of private sector folks, but private sector, very accomplished business owners who have said from the beginning it'll be 20 years now I've been here. When they hired me, they said we want to be entrepreneurial. We want to drive additional resources into our communities to help the businesses and the people we're serving,
Mhm.
and we want to do it in a unique way. So what one like a business. And so one of the things we've been on this journey is like driving diverse revenue, diversifying our revenue streams, public sector, private sector, fee for services, grants, just being really creative. And so it grew out of the necessity of the needs in the communities we were seeing. And so they supported, me and the team. The team has been awesome. We've had many folks over the years doing some really creative work. So that's how it kind of came to fruition.
So you're from a funding standpoint, you still have some private sector funding, you have some grants that you apply for, et cetera. So your money comes from a lot of different sources.
Every source that you could possibly imagine. Foundations, state government, federal government, private sector services and companies that are paying for our services and expertise across the enterprise. We have about 120 staff that are located all over Michigan within the sub-entities. So Kinexus Group is we're like the corporate part. We should be behind the scenes, right? Everyone talks about Kinexus Group, but we're the sum of all the parts. So you've got Youth Solutions. You've seen them. They serve kids in high school. They make sure kids stay in high school and go on to get an education or career. They also do career counseling. We have Market One. Market One does economic development, and a great job in Cass and Van Buren counties. We have the MGA, right? MGA that serves small manufacturers across Michigan, primarily with automation, and automation adaptation, whether it's capital for automation or workforce training, and then as I mentioned, we've got the charter school that we serve in Benton Harbor for about 120 kids, roughly, high school. So it's a myriad of all that.
Unbelievable. You guys do so much. It is hard to track sometimes, but you do it very successfully. Todd Gustafson, President and Chief Executive Officer of Kinexus. Thanks so much for joining us and the work you do, bud.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for helping us get our story out.
There you go. We need to do more of that. We will in the future. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman.